What states sell tax liens? In this video, we're going to show you exactly which states sell tax liens and which ones are the best ones for you and your family to prosper in financially. Listen, stick around. In this video, not only I'm going to talk about which states sell tax lien certificates, but which ones are the best ones right now for you and your family to take advantage of. In this video, stick around to the very end also. I'm going to show you how to do this real quickly, like within the next 30 days, if you will. Depends on how motivated you are. In this video, I'm literally going to outline exactly what they are, how to find them, when to find them, and what's the best way to approach this. Now, let me tell you, the most effective way to make money in tax lien certificates, it's a little known fact that if you give this a thumbs up and subscribe, millions and millions of dollars are going to fall from the sky. Not really. Anyways, it helps the world of the algorithms for me to get these out there. So make sure you click that, link that, comment down below. If you have any questions whatsoever, there are no dumb questions. Put them in there. I personally answer all of those. So let's just talk about what states offer tax lien certificates. Technically speaking, every state has tax liens. Kind of. Okay, so let me explain what we're looking at. Every single property in the United States has a tax lien certificate. Okay, so once a property owner is 1 year delinquent on the property taxes, they're delinquent on their property taxes. It depends on how the state legislature writes the rules for what can happen at that point. So some states say, we won't take any action for 4 years. 4 years. So let's take California. California says that a person can be delinquent on their property taxes for 4 years before any action is taken, and it won't be taken until the 5th year. So technically, if you live in California, you cannot pay your property taxes for 5 years before any legal action takes place. That doesn't mean there's not a lien against the property. That just means that nothing publicly is happening. You have a lien against the property, and if you pay those late, there will be an interest or penalty again, depending on the state. There always is. As soon as you're late, there's some kind of an interest or a penalty. Now, some states say, well, you know what? We kind of want our money up front. So once that person's been 1 year delinquent, we'll let the counties go ahead and offer those up to a public sale individually. This is key, okay? Because what happens is this prevents the hedge fund companies from going out there and going to the county and says, hey, we'll give you $20 million for all the delinquent property taxes and you give us the interest rate. Now, this is the kicker. Counties that offer tax lien certificates, state mandated by law, they're anywhere from 16%, 18%, even 25% on your money per annum, okay? So for instance, let's just say, I don't know, you get Florida at 18%, you've got a 2 year redemption period on it, that's not a bad deal, okay? So what happens is this, those counties out there say, okay, we're gonna offer these up for sale individually, so every single property has to come up one by one. Here's the beautiful part. About half of the states out there, actually a little more than half of the states out there, they believe it's 27. I don't comment if I've got you Google search it or whatever, it doesn't really matter. About 27 of those county or states out there in the United States offer tax lien certificates. What that means is, like say for the state of Arizona, they say after they've been delinquent 1 year, in February of that next year, we will conduct a sale. Every single property that has been delinquent on a property taxes, we're going to offer those up. The public, that's you and me, come put up the money for those delinquent taxes to the county. We'll hand a certificate to them. That goes on file down at the county courthouse. That is a legal document. Now, I have other videos on how all of that works as far as the auction. That's not what this is about. It's about what counties offer these. So what you're looking at that point is you go, okay, I'll put the money up there. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to watch the stock market. I don't care about the bond market. I don't care about foreign markets, who gets elected president, thank goodness. Okay, all I do is put my money up there and I'm getting the prevailing interest rate. Now here's the kicker. Sometimes at these sales, let's say there's 12,000 liens available at these sales. Not all of them sell. And what a lot of people don't realize is I don't have to go to the auction for those. So once a property has gone up for sale one time, typically those will go into county inventory. Sometimes these are called assignment purchases, AP, leftovers, excess inventory. There can be a number of different ways. See, once the counties fulfilled their obligation of bringing those up to the public, you and me, they kind of like the gloves are off. They're like, okay, at this point we've done what we need to do, so we can go ahead and offer these other anytime. So write this down. This is sometimes called a supplemental sale. So sometimes I'll just go, you know what, we're just gonna do a sale. We got 5,000 in inventory. Anybody that comes in and buys, guess what? We're gonna go ahead and offer these up and you can pay the full interest rate or the full amount of taxes and we'll give you the 16, 18 or whatever that is. Here's the other kicker. You don't have to go to those sales. Sometimes you just walk on into the county and say, hey, where's your excess inventory? Oh my goodness, here's a whole stack of them over here. You do your research, and I have other videos on that, and walk through those and go, I want to buy this tax lien certificate. Boom, boom, boom. Here's the address of the property. Here's the parcel number. You give them the money. They hand you the certificate. Okay? Pretty simple on that. If the property owner fails to pay off the property taxes on that property within whatever prescribed amount of time in that particular jurisdictions, that can be 1 year, 2 years, or maybe 3 years. But every single year, you're getting that interest rate, 16%, 16%, 16. It's not 16 divided by 3 or 2 or whatever that is. If they fail to pay the property taxes within that prescribed amount of time, guess what? You and I take on the legal authority of the county. So let me put it this way. The county's really still in the picture. All you're doing is giving them the money so they can function for things like, oh, I don't know, schools. Probably 55 to 65% of property taxes go towards schools. Then you've got police departments, fire departments, bridges, hospitals, etc., infrastructure. I do a lot of land development out there, and when I'm going to the city, they're putting infrastructure in that gets built into the ad valorem or whatever that is in that particular area. All of those taxes in there provide the infrastructure. If somebody's not paying that, they're kind of like, hey, we need our money, you know? So that's what's going on. So in essence, I haven't really done anything to the property. I haven't created a tax lien. It was already there. All I've done is given it to the county. So literally, that's how I'm able to get that power of the county. So when I go to foreclose on that property, if the person doesn't redeem, I have to notify everybody on that, banks, whoever on that property. If somebody doesn't come in and say, hey, whoa, 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 protect their position, I literally end up with the property free and clear of all liens and encumbrances. It doesn't matter if it's a bank, and you heard that right. See, let me tell you something. Tax lien certificate takes a superior position to all liens and encumbrances. Why? Because the taxes have always been on that property. So think about this. It doesn't matter who's owned that property over the years, taxes have always been due every single year, every single year. So the county says, look, we got a lien on this property that's kind of not there until you don't pay it. When you don't pay it, boom, we pop up and immediately take a first position over all liens and encumbrances. Now look, the banks aren't like shocked by this. They don't sit there and go, what happened? No, read your mortgage if you have one. Okay, inside there it says if you fail to pay your property taxes and jeopardize our situation and we have to protect ourselves from foreclosure, we can immediately call that loan current and due or due on sale or whatever that is called. In other words, they can go ahead and say, hey, we want the property back because you've jeopardized this big fat mortgage on there. So again, there's all these nuances. When you start to think about it, you go, okay, this makes a lot of sense. So that's what you're looking at when you're looking at a tax lien certificate on a property. And which states have these? Well, you got to look at this. About half of them out there that is. You've got Arizona, you've got Florida, you've got Illinois, you've got Indiana. I mean, the list goes on and on. Colorado. It goes on and on and on out there. And here's the great part about it. You don't have to be there in person to actually do this. You can do this from the comfort of your own home. Okay, and literally get these lists online, do the research, everything on it. Sometimes you can even go to the auction online. It's beautiful. And here's the beautiful thing. I have put a brand new course together. This is free, okay, for you, exactly how to find these counties. I have a whole technique to get 16 counties out there so you can get a whole ton of lists out there so you can make some money on. Just hit the link down below. It's higginsmethod.com. I literally, in this video series, will walk you how to find the states, where to find the states, when the sales are coming up, the whole 9 yards, and that's my gift to you. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck.